Stop attacking other people. So many of you don't seem to be getting the message. I'm going to be very frank with you. When you spend your time judging others and attacking those who are doing this work, in fact, you are saying, I don't want to ascend. I want to experience the worst that this shit show has to offer. That's what you're saying, and you're going to get it because you're keeping your frequency down. This is crunch time, folks, this is it. This is where the wheat gets separated from the chaff. Which do you want to be? When you want to attack someone, it's because you don't understand something. How do you think you can understand someone from a paragraph or a few pages they've written? Are you even bothered to? You haven't taken the time to understand or haven't given that person the benefit of the doubt. You just go on the warpath and attack. You treat others the same way you treat yourself, with a lack of understanding. You attack others because it gives your ego a hit of superiority. You will keep playing this game until you learn it's a game, not reality. Fighting another person is just annihilation of two people, yourself and the one you try to attack. Your only agenda is to keep someone else down, but in fact it's yourself you're keeping down and you don't even realize it. People think that going on social media and starting it with some stranger is power. The only power there is to be had lies inside of you. To go inside and find that power is you connecting more with God. Nothing less than that. The path to ascension, to knowing your higher self, is to go inside and start to evaluate your own thoughts, feelings, and actions, not those of others. When you focus on what others are doing, and you're judgmental and critical of them, you're in separation consciousness. You can think yourself as a high and mighty 5D, but the fact is only duality consciousness will allow your judgmental, attacking behavior. When you're in 5D, you don't care what others are doing. You live and let live. Most light workers are in 4D. Some are bouncing around various frequencies, and your behavior is indicative of that. Watch how you feel and what you're thinking to get your vibe back up. The negative behaviors will stop when you do. Absolute refusal to judge and to learn to accept others as they are is tantamount to mastery of the mind. Those who get attacked, send love out to your detractor. They need it, and that's what you came here to do, to love everyone no matter what. When you remove all the issues you've still got from 3D, loving anyone is easy. In loving that person, you move yourself up to feeling compassion, which is a high-frequency behavior. Practice it. Try to love your enemies, if you declare anyone as such, and be careful because that's what they call the other side in war. I hear other people complaining of people's behavior on their video casts, lives, etc. These people are working night and day, sometimes with no sleep, and all you can do is attack them because you don't like what they have to tell you. This is the kind of work that you do in spite of the way you're treated. Yes. You heard that right. These people took their positions in front of you, knowing they would be fired at, or worse to go through a court case as Corey Good has had to do, knowing they would have to put up with unappreciative people who don't want to believe what they're saying. I do the same thing too, only I turn off the comments and now have moved away from any type of interaction I have to endure this negativity on, so that means forums like FB are history for me. I just won't put up with it for the sake of reaching as few people as I do. Right now, it's stop engaging with the lower dimensions. Stop engaging 3D, because if you do, they'll pull you back onto their low timeline and you will be seeing the shit show from an angle you may not appreciate. I've learned that I can only help people who take what I have to offer to help themselves. Everyone else will either ascend or they won't. I can't do anything about it. There are some I can still reach with messages like this. After I left FB and turned the comments off on my entire website, which now contains 2 blogs, 3D showed up in the form of my sister whose partner just passed away. And she promptly dumped all her problems in my face. You see how it happens, don't you? 3D will come calling again and again. The Matrix will find any way it can to make sure you can't escape it. The only way to escape 3D is to deal with it through a 5th dimensional frequency of love. There's no other way. Everything is a test to see what frequency you're holding, and an opportunity to increase your frequency and to give love and light to those in the lower dimensions. Everything. I see where I could have done better with this, but I'm aware now where work needs to be done. This is your daily bread, folks, the lessons of ascension. You need to learn the true reality of life, and that is that you create it. So what do you want to create for yourself? Do you want to create people who continually attack you, or do you want to create a life of peace and love? There's a trick to this too. And that is to stop seeing it as an attack, although I feel the energy they're trying to steal from me. Yes, these attackers are energy vampires. When you see this as an opportunity to love someone, you don't see it as an attack anymore. They're attacking me, is a view of life as externalized, when in fact life comes from the inside and goes out, so it should be interpreted as, I can love them. Life goes from inside to outside. Wow. They're really guiding me today. You are the one who should define whatever transaction you have with others. Look at everything as an opportunity to give love. Focus on yourself and what you can do, not on what others are doing. Your ego says, this person is attacking me, while your soul says, this person needs my love. Listen to your soul. Ivo, true power is constant. It does not waver nor does it need to be replenished through another attack. When you go inside daily and acknowledge your true power in meditation, you will know that you have this and that it is, yes, a much sought after commodity on your planet right now. Yes, they see it as a commodity, and a food source. The vampires are always sensitive to others who can keep them alive, because of course, they do little to do so themselves. That is another aspect of being a vampire, they are half dead. True power is constant. It is unwavering. It is the light you carry inside of yourselves, and so many of you are very rich in this resource of creation. You need to learn to use it differently. Learn to use it to love those who are lower in frequency and lower in intelligence than you are. You have the intelligence of the universe at your disposal, and they use the intellect, an intellect that is dominated by a reptilian/draconian sense of ethics and morals. Yes, with light comes intelligence. It is no surprise that the IQ of the average Nordic is 10 times higher than those upon Earth. You have the cosmic intelligence inside of you and can draw on it more and more as your intuitive capacities increase. Me, I find myself thinking less and less these days and just intuiting more and more. And I'm always amazed by the messages I get from Athena or Sigrid. Or Ashtar. I've got so many higher dimensionals helping me in my life today rather than just me doing it alone as I had for years. Ivo, many help you, my love, because you are a channel. And the more you help others, the more you help yourself. So keep your vibration high and send love to those who attack you. They need it. Now is the time that all must overcome their ego, and the wounds of their shadow selves. Now is the time you must take a deep breath of air and say, I must take the high road and help those, even those who would attack me. Even the haters I will help. Me, yes. I'm hearing Athena, this is how you conduct a war. You love your enemies because they need it? Ivo, yes. Love heals all, and when all learn to default to love always, your world will be healed. Me, thanks Ivo. Ivo, my love, those upon your planet do not understand how wonderful life is when you use your love always. When you love others, you are always loving yourself as well. We cannot describe to you how glorious life is when you are always in love. This fits into the holy trinity of power, love, and wisdom. Today's lesson is about how to love all.